My journey in Lombok is far from complete, because now we're going to witness the rich treasures and heritage of this cultural archipelago. Now, I'm in search of the spiritual energy that has always surrounded this island. Join me as I try to understand its alluring power that has drawn many to its beauty. Come see the beauty only on See Indonesia! See Indonesia. Many would say that Lombok is the gateway to untouched peace and nature because the traditions are kept alive by locals year after year. To understand the spiritual energy of Lombok, I must understand their way of life, which has been preserved for so many years. The journey begins here. Located in central Lombok, Sabi Village is the perfect example of a cultural oasis. It is a quiet yet vibrant village unspoiled by modernity. Today, I will be roaming around Sabi to soak in its cultural beauty. In the Sasak tribal language, Sabi means medicine or consciousness. Although Sabi has been presented as a cultural tourism village, it actually houses 150 families who live their lives the traditional way. The village is thousands of years old, where native heritage is passed down from one generation to the next. Just like this ancient folk dance tradition, the Gendang Belek. Gendang in Sasak means drum and Belek means big. Gendang Belek was created in pairs because Sasak tribes believe that God creates everything in pairs. What a beautiful philosophy! Interestingly, this dance was born in the heyday of Islam and Hinduism in Lombok, which occurred around the 14th century. But there's also a hint of animism in it. Wow! I'm completely mesmerized by this dance! Gendang Belek used to be played at war, accompanying the kingdom's warriors who went or returned from a battle. When the sound is loud and fast, it represents the troops that are fighting fiercely. On the other hand, a slow tune means that the battle is over. Nowadays, this dance is performed in wedding ceremonies, religious circumcisions, and other big events or cultural parades on the street. Now I am prepared to enter the house of a Sasak tribesman, where I believe it is a good start to sense their fundamental spiritual energy. Before entering the house in Sabi Village, don't forget to take off your shoes and bend your head a little because this roof is quite low. Technically, you need to bend your head because who wants to hit their head? But there is also a deeper meaning behind it. It is an act of respect and politeness to the homeowner. This is Amak Epa's house. He works as a farmer and lives with his wife and kids. Everything in this house is thick with native culture. It is apparent on the traditional materials of the floor, wall, furniture, and even the roof. What's interesting is that even though the weather outside is really hot, but in this house everything is pretty chilly. It's because this house is made from this plant reed, so it just makes the weather gets more chilly and colder than the outside. Other than the roof, the wall is made from bamboo weaves, while the floor is cleaned with buffalo dung. Baletani is split into the outer and inner parts. These two parts are connected by three stairs which have two interpretations. First, it symbolizes God, Mother, and Father. Second, it represents the philosophy of Islam Wutu Talu about the three stages of life, which are birth, life, and death. In some areas, you might find rice barns as well. It can keep rice for 8 households, fresh and free from the past. Suddenly, a masculine energy fills up the air. But don't worry, because they're not actually fighting. This gladiator-style fight is called Presayan, a tradition between the men of the Sussex tribe. It is often accompanied by a music from the gamelan and gong. In the past, Presayan was used to train men to be tough and courageous as a symbol of masculinity. It is also a ritual to ask for rain during dry seasons. They believe that the more blood soaks the ground, the more rain would follow. Now, it is a welcoming ceremony to greet guests who arrive in Lombok and celebrate bonds of brotherhood. It is so lively and amusing to watch. But I can only wonder how painful it would be to get hit by the stick.
Ouch! Looks like it hurts!
Here's the rule. The fighters, or pepadu, are only allowed to attack the opponent's upper limbs and not the legs. They use a rattan stick as a sword and a shield made of buffalo skin called ende. In the arena, they might attack each other, but when the match is over, they are prohibited from holding any grudge. Presayan surely gives me a glimpse of tradition spanning thousands of years, where brave men display their sense of brotherhood through enthralling moves and the dashing spirit of the island. Before I continue my journey to understand the mysterious spiritual energy of Lombok, I need to settle my own with some food, as it is a way to tune with the island spirit. And this particular gastronomic delicacy is rare.
This village is preserving the authentic Lombok culture through its very special culinary that you won't ever get anywhere else in this island. Let's check it out!
This is Bonjour tourism village located in central Lombok, where local traditions are still running deep in bones. Okay, let's see what they have here.
Oh, look at her! I think she's making sambal. Halo Bu, lagi bikin sambal ya? Aku boleh bantu nggak Bu?
Boleh.
Gimana nih?
And we're done with the sambal.
Makasih Bu. Voila, this is it. Ayam rangkat.
That's right. We're about to try ayam rangkat, a special cuisine only served in Sasak wedding ceremonies and usually cooked by the families of the bride and groom. I have a good feeling about this.
Ah, here it comes. The food that I've been waiting.
Selamat menikmati, Mbak.
Makasih, Mbak. Let's see. Oh my god. This is so spicy. As a person with low tolerance to spiciness, this is a bit too much for me, but I can taste a hint of orange in the sambal, making it so fresh, and at the same time, I can also taste the shrimp paste in the sambal, and it's just really rich in flavor, but but I just cannot really contain the spiciness in my mouth right now.
They use coconut oil to cook. That's why the chicken is tasty and umami. The texture itself is tender as the chicken is served in shredded form. You can even taste the rich spices up to the bone. Prior to marriage, a Sasak woman must run away with her lover. After hiding in his house for several days, both families meet to discuss the marriage and celebrate it by cooking ayam merangkat for many people.
Wanna know some fun fact? They said they made this sambal super spicy so that it will be enough for so many people. Because people with low tolerance to spiciness like me, we won't be able to eat so many of this. Yeah, this is really delicious, but I won't be able to finish all of this.
Truth to be told, Bonjour is the only place to eat ayam merangkat. It costs 130,000 rupiah for a dish that caters to 3 people.
Kami berharap sajian khas kuliner ini terus dilestarikan dan tidak hanya didapatkan pada saat menghadiri pernikahan, tapi juga bisa dinikmati setiap harinya di Desa Wisata Bonjour. Dan perlu diketahui bahwa sajian khas kuliner ini hanya didapat di Desa Wisata Bonjour dan rasanya sungguh luar biasa.
Although the village was only built in 2019, but Bonjour has already won an award from the Indonesian Tourism Ministry for preserving Lombok's heritage and traditions. Wow, and that's the spirit. Throughout history, people have made and used art, music, and literature to express their beliefs and spirituality. That's why I'm presenting you a local handicraft that can only be found in West Nusa Tenggara. It's called Ketta. Ketta is actually a grass that grows widely over tree trunks. It is smaller than rattan and way more flexible, so it is easy to weave into baskets, bags, or tablecloths.
It varies from the big ones to the small ones, and the finished smooth ketta will be smoother.
After finishing the process, here comes the best part, weaving the ketta. But before you do, make sure to pierce holes using a special knife called pusut. After weaving comes drying and heating in the oven. The purpose is to naturally turn the color darker. The last step is to add some accessories or fabric. And voila! The ketta is ready to go! It costs from 150,000 to more than 1 million rupiah depending on size and variety.
Bahannya awet, nanti bisa dicuci, enggak rayap ya. Nah, keunggulan dari toko kami menyiapkan kerajinan anyaman ketta yang anyaman super, anyaman kecil-kecil kayak benang. Dan banyak kombinasi yang kita coba padu-padankan, kayak talinya pakai batu, pakai kulit, dan yang lain. Dan alhamdulillah kita sudah ekspor ke Jepang.
Mawar Art Ketta Lombok was founded in 2000 and has exported their goods to Japan, Canada, Australia, and the United States. In Indonesia, they have received many awards from the government and caters to socialites. I can't lie, all of these bags are really pretty. Oh, I'm in a big dilemma.
Going out out in a hurry, never mind. Just bring your phone, money, and makeup into this tiny little bag. Surely this little ribbon adds something sweet to your life, isn't it? Either going for a meeting or a short catch up with your friends, you can just bring this sophisticated clutch because you can put anything that you want inside of it. You can just go wherever you want using this, and voila, you'll be the Miss Fashionista.
To reach the end of our spiritual journey, I need to see its power with my own eyes. One way to do this is by visiting sacred places strewn across the island. Let me take you back to the past, to the 17th century. The Narmada Park has witnessed many of Lombok's cultural and religious transformation. It was built by Anak Agung Gede Ngurah Karangasem, the king of Karangasem Kingdom, in 1727. Karangasem was a Balinese Hindu kingdom that ruled Lombok at that time. As he grew older, he couldn't lead the religious ceremonies up at the Rinjani mountain. So, he built this park as a replica of the Segara Anak Lake. Narmada itself derives from the name of a creek in India's Ganges River, which is sacred for Hindus. Interestingly, although the king was staunchly religious, he was really tolerant to religious diversity. This is due to the fact that the majority of his people were Muslims, and he even married a Muslim Sasak woman himself.
Let me show you the bedroom of the queens. This, on my left side, is the bedroom for the wife of Lombok. And this one, on my right side, is for the wife of Bali.
This is Balai Terang, the perfect spot to enjoy a complete view of the park. But the real reason why I came here is because there is a holy spring which is believed to give eternal youth to those who drink it. It is a meeting point connected to 3 other springs called the Suranadi, Lingsar, and Narmada Springs. It is called Balai Petirtan, and to enter this holy site, you must not be on your monthly period. I am accompanied by a Hindu priest or pemangku. He explained the do's and don'ts to me, followed by a prayer before I step down into the water. The rule is simple. Just take the water with your hands and wash your face several times with it. Ouch! The water is surprisingly really cold. But it's also really refreshing, especially on a sunny day like this. The priest also told me that I need to pray and drink the water.
I just tried this holy water and I have drunk it and also washed my face with the holy water, and the water is really cold and also really fresh. I feel like it's giving me kind of a positive energy, if that makes sense.
And it might sound cliche, but after doing it, I feel more grounded, calm, and renewed, as if the water holds a higher spiritual energy. Who knows? Maybe I could really be forever young. I guess we'll see about that in the next 20 years. This grand mosque is the perfect way to feel Lombok's spiritual energy. Its size and grandeur symbolizes the 1,000 other mosques standing on this very land.
Welcome to the island of thousands of mosques. This is one of the most famous and also the iconic mosque in Lombok, Masjid Raya Khabul Watan Islamic Center, Mataram.
This is claimed as the biggest mosque in West Nusa Tenggara, since it can house up to 15,000 believers inside. It was officially opened in 2013 as a signature landmark of Islam, since more than 95% of the island's population is Muslim.
The architecture and design of this mosque is really enchanting. I mean, look at these colors of green, golden, and yellow. It's really pleasing to the eyes.
If you look closely, the dome is decorated with a batik pattern that is native to West Nusa Tenggara called the Sasambo batik. Not only that, it also has 5 towers, with one of them standing 99 meters high, representing Asma'ul Husna, the 99 names of God in Islam. Wow, that's amazing! What's unique is that this mosque is also a symbol of tolerance and diversity between religions and ethnicity, as shown by a beduk donated by Chinese Indonesians. As the call to prayer is recited and remind Muslims to come to the mosque, it is now time to purify and clean ourselves by performing wudu, as it binds the connection with God. Talking about cleansing and purification, I need to cleanse my soul in the hope of reaching my goal. We're going to do melukat, a Hindu ritual that uses water as a ritual cleanser to refresh the spirit and dissolve any negative energy. In the quieter side of Lombok lies Pura Suranadi, a temple that is hundreds of years old and offers spiritual rejuvenation for Hindus and non-Hindus alike. Legend says there was a Hindu priest called Dang Hyang Nirlata who came from the Majapahit Kingdom in Java and arrived in Lombok. During his pilgrimage, he stumbled upon a funeral and was asked to lead a spiritual ceremony for the deceased. He then walked to the east, cut a bamboo into 4 parts and stuck it in the ground. Then, water slowly emerged, creating 5 sacred fountains that are used for religious ceremonies until today. They are the Tirta Pembersihan, Tirta Pelukatan, Tirta Petirtaan, and Toye Tabah, while the Tirta Pengentas would be used for funerals. Hindus in Lombok believe that if you cleanse yourself in these 5 sacred fountains, you can stave off any disease and eventually be reborn.
Right now, I'm gonna try to get into this pool of holy water in Lombok, in Pura Suranadi, to follow the rituals of the people here. And yeah, so I'm gonna get into this pool of holy water and pray. So let's see how it goes.
To perform melukat, you have to wear white fabric and ensure that you are not on your period. You will then be blessed by the priest before entering the pool.
Soak into this water completely from head to toe.
The spring is super cold since it flows from the Rinjani mountain. While performing the melukat spiritual bath, you have to pray sincerely from the deepest of your heart. Even if you're not a Hindu, you can pray based on your own beliefs. To practice melukat means that you open your heart and soul to the divine while throwing away any past trauma. It is a truly magical and healing experience indeed. I was drawn to Lombok because I believe that the island is more than just a tropical getaway. And now I see, it is also a home to spiritual and cultural treasures. Just like how water connects all living beings, Lombok is also a pathway connecting all spiritual beliefs. As we revive, Heal and unite in diversity.